number 2, Justin Cardenas, and he gets pulled down at the 20. And a flag is thrown, perhaps for a late hit.
I think the person who tackled him had their arms in the air and they came down. I think they may have gotten a face mask. But I've been known to be wrong before.
Well, you're right, face mask call. So that'll be even a further mark off from the point of the foul.
Tack on another 15.
And here it is again.
There's the pass deep. He had to wait for the football. If not,
there's the grab right there.
Back, he may have scored.
It was Dave Hutchison committing the foul. So it'll be first and goal from the 10. The penalty, half the distance to the goal line. And so a big break for Hartford now. They can just about put this one away with a score here. Movement on the defensive line once again. And
that'll give him another 5.
Dave Kuczynski offside against Onstead. So that'll take it down to the 5 now. First and goal from the 5.
This Onstead ball club so far in this quarter, as they've pressed the self-destruct button.
Yeah, I think they're getting frustrated with themselves. Here we go, first and 5 for Hartford. The give is to Dewey Sweat, Mr. Touchdown himself. He takes it down to the 1. Sweat with 3 touchdowns in tonight's game. Takes it down to the 1, where it'll be second down. And if anybody can smell the end zone, it's number 30, Dewey Sweat, a 5'10" sophomore.
Quarterback
this kid has Allstate written all over him. Moving on the line once again. And perhaps another penalty against Onstead. And that's the call, offside. So they slide it up a couple inches toward the goal line. And it's still second down. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown. Kyle Willer getting one himself. And
Willer
that makes it 30-48. An eerie silence coming over the Onstead side.
Take another look. Straight ahead, nothing fancy. Takes the snap, goes right behind center.
And now they will try to kick an extra point. Brad Parker to attempt. The holder is Kyle Willer. And he makes good this time. Punching one between the uprights. And with 8:59 left to go in the fourth quarter, Hartford with a 35-8 lead over Onstead in the Double C Football Championship here at the Pontiac Silverdome.
Taking a look at some of the numbers for three quarters, excuse me. Sweat has 10 carries and 80 yards in this ball game so far. 3 touchdowns, as you said earlier. Willer is 10 of 15, 149 yards. And receiving, Collins has 4 catches for 95 yards. Looking at the Onstead side. Bill's the leading rusher with 3 carries and 25 yards. They've had a tough time on the ground. Hutchison, 12 of 21, 165 yards. And receiving, David Hutchison, 6 catches for 68 yards.
Number 67, Mark Boyer, a junior kicker, will put his foot into the ball here. He hits an end-over-end shot that comes down at the 19. Number 12, Fields on the return, Andy Fields, and he is snowed under at the 28. So with a 35-8 lead now, Hartford is in control. And John Hutchinson comes out to quarterback his Wildcat club in the purple uniforms. Trying to desperately get back in this one. Quick pass out to the right side to number 32, Dave Hutchison. Justin Cardenas on the stop.
I thought we'd see John Hutchison in a shotgun position to give him a little more time once he drops back, and then we see one of the fans here having a great time.
I wish he'd come out of his shell. The give this time is to number 35, Dave Houck. He crosses the 40 to the 41.
Onstead's going with the no huddle right now.
Well, time is running out there, William. Hutchison rolling out, gets it away, complete to brother Dave down to the 35.
Good move by Dave.
So a big first down for Onstead.
Then we see John Hutchison on the move, and which has been the case most of the day. Throws to Dave Hutchison, first down.
Quick pass out toward the sidelines to number 8, Dan Hutchison, another brother. And a pickup of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4.
Look like Dan and Dave may be having a little competition going.
Could be.
Here.
I guess quarterback brother John is just going to what's familiar to him at this point.
Yeah, remember what we used to run in the backyard?
Yeah.
We got to go to that
just
right
keep
now.
Going. Go down to the laundry post and turn right. And John uncorks another one, complete.
Oh,
touchdown. To Mike Kelly, number 25.
There you see John Hutchison standing in the pocket. Throws the scoring strike to number 25, Mike Kelly.
This is as wide open a state final game as I've ever seen.
Yeah, it most certainly is. And Hutchison stood tall in the pocket that time.
They're going for the 2, but they're not going to get it. Number 73, Dennis Klug leading the charge. Getting John Hutchison. So now with 7:38 left in the 4th quarter, the score, Hartford 35, Onstead 14.
I tell you, John Hutchison has had to throw on the run all night long.
He's had some decent time, though, back there, but his receivers aren't getting open, so that's a credit to the defensive secondary for Hartford.
Yes, it is, and when your quarterback has to scramble like that as a receiver, you have to find a spot to where he can put the ball. If your quarterback is rolling to the right, then you run to the right with them and try to find a spot for him to give him somewhere to throw it to. If you don't do that, then there isn't much he can do.
And so Onstead will kick off to Hartford once again with 7:38 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
There you see the Wildcat mascot.
one thing about Onstead, they have not given up.
Oh, no, not
They're
at all.
right in it.
They didn't come this far not to give it all they have.
And an onside kick bounces high.
Oh!
Who gets it?
Let's unstack them, see who has the ball.
It's Hartford. Now the referee, Dave Kaczynski, threw a marker down at the 47. It wasn't a penalty marker. Unless he said it was downed at that point for some reason. But Hartford gets a 4-yard break to the 47 where it's 1st and 10.
I think that ball was touched by the kicking team before it went the allotted 10 yards.
And the give is to Dewey Sweat. Turns the corner, penalty marker down.
Oh.
Sweat goes out at the 35, but a flag back at the 47, maybe a holding call.
That's what it usually indicates when a flag is thrown in that area.
We'll have to wait for Dave Kaczynski's sign. That's it, holding against Hartford. So that run will be nullified. 7:18 remaining now as they talk with the Onstead captain, number 32, Dave Hutchison. And so they're going to bring that back. There you see some of the Onstead band members. They can't believe they're on TV.
Send out the high moms.
10-yard walk-off. So it'll be 1st and 20 from their own 37. More Onstead fans. Pretty shiny lady there. First and 20. Willer pitches off to Sweat. 40, 50,
Whoa, loose in the
45, he's
secondary.
on his way.
See ya!
Touchdown, Dewey Sweat. A 4th touchdown for Dewey Sweat. Here it is again.
There you see the option. There's a pitch. And a good block right. Another good block downfield.
Ledesma with the first big block.
Dewey Sweat's rolling into the end zone. Touchdown.
Dewey Sweat, 105 carries for 1,098 yards in the regular season. Hartford going for the 2. Willer lofts it high, caught, complete to number 89, Hartley Collins.
Hartley Collins has had a great game today as well.
And with 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, Hartford with a 43-14 lead on Onstead. Number 23, Brian Clockey of Onstead, looks like he twisted an ankle. So he's coming out.
There you see, look at the Christmas tree hanging high in the Silver Dome, and Christmas has definitely come early for this Hartford team.
They've been hanging the Christmas tree up here at the Silver Dome since it was constructed in 1975, when workmen put it outside before they had the they put the Teflon roof on the top of the dome, and then they put one out on top, and they said, hey, wait a minute, why don't we put it inside? So they did, and during the first Thanksgiving Day game here in '75, and it's been up there. It's not the same tree, mind you. Every Thanksgiving, for every Thanksgiving game, they put the Christmas tree up, and they light it. I would hate to climb up there to decorate it, you know?
Oh, definitely. I think there's a bulb on it, and I wonder
well, you
who's
go
going
up
to
there,
get
well,
there
you
to change it.
You change it.
Yeah, I had a hard enough time looking over the edge from up here.
Boyer on the kickoff. Taken by number 32, Dave Hutchison. Runs into traffic, keeps moving, gets up to the 36 before he's brought down. 6:51 left to go.
There you see more fans having a good time.
So Onstead has it 1st and 10 from the 36. Hutchison has it knocked out of his hands, gets it back, rolls left, has the pass knocked down, might have had his arm hit while he was making the pass. So an incomplete pass, it'll make it 2nd and 10 from the 36.
Good job by Hutchison just picking that ball up and being in a position to get a pass off after it was knocked out of his hands as he rolled left.
Onstead trailing 43-14 here in the 4th quarter. There you see the scoring by quarters, 6, 8, 14, and 15. Hutchison immediately goes back in the pocket, fires it over the middle, tipped away by number 77, Steve Ackerman, the defensive captain. So it brings up a 3rd and 10 situation for the Onstead Wildcats. There's one of the young Onsteadians. That's what they are, or Onsteaders. .617 remaining in this Class CC state championship game. They have 3 wideouts. Hutchison looks right. Decides to take it himself. Another flag in the backfield. And I don't know whether it's a holding call or what. There's
If it is a holding call against Onstead, I think Hartford would choose to decline it. Oh, illegal block below the waist.
So that will go against Onstead. Steve Ackerman says, walk it off, the defensive captain. Kurt Kunle, the other defensive captain. They send it back to the 14-yard line. Big penalty.
Yeah, I think they have to get to like Silver Lake Road for a 1st down.
They're going to be in another zip code if they get another penalty. 3rd and 32 for the Onstead Wildcats. Hutchison, pass complete, down to the 25-yard line. Caught there by number 32, Dave Hutchison. Here it is again.
We take another look. 2 or 3 step drop, and he just stops and fires it out there.
So now it'll be 4th down. Onstead with nothing to lose. We'll go for it here. Now they're going to punt it away.
Yeah, in this situation, and if I was the Onstead coach, I think I'd punt it away too. I wouldn't want to put my defense in this type of
fake.
position.
Goes over to Fields, number 12, and he gets up to the 39-yard line. Rather, the pass went to Garrett Soldano. So Hartford takes over on downs They come up about 4 yards short of the first down. And Hartford takes over at the Onstead 39 with a 43-14 lead and 5:05 left to go in the fourth. Neither team has used a timeout here in the second half. Real free-willing game. The give is to number 23, Jesse Smith, as Coach Jim Webb using some of his reserves now, letting them get a chance to play in a state championship game with a huge lead like he has. The 29-point lead.
You know, you have players who wasn't an integral part of this 43-14 lead, but an integral part of the team nonetheless, and it's time to get those guys out there in the field, you know, who put in their time as well.
Brad Parker is in at quarterback now.
And they can say, hey, I played in a state championship game.
And not only that, it gives them, you know, there are a lot of players that come out and practice every day for the 2.5 hours that they're out there. And they put in a lot of time, and they don't get a lot of glory, and they sit on the bench quite often, and here's their chance to get out and actually play in an NFL stadium.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's a big thrill. And it's a big thank you for the coach to those players for putting in great effort to get them to this state championship game.
There you see one of our younger fans.
His mother says, don't suck your finger. Not on TV, at least. An offside, number 85 for Onstead, Matt Chatfield, came right across the line, a 5-yard walk-off. That'll put it close to a first down. They might even give it to him. That's just short of the first down mark. So it'll be third and less than 1. The clock is running with 3 minutes exactly left to go in the fourth quarter. Brad Parker. And the give goes right up the middle, number 41, Scott Schindeldecker. Gets the call. And he gets the first down.
I tell you, it's going to be a thrill for some of these kids to look back on this game. And, you know, when you sit back and you watch your favorite NFL star come here to the Silver Dome and play on this field, and you can actually say, that's where I made a catch, or that's the same run I made, or...
A lot of bragging rights involved.
Oh, definitely.
Well, they did not make the first down. It is fourth down. And now Hartford calls a timeout. In a way, I don't understand that. With a big lead like this, and 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth. With a huge lead like they have.
With having a new quarterback in there, and a lot of the new guys are trying to get playing time for, maybe he was just trying to avoid a delay of game or something like that. Not that it would have mattered. But when you get a quarterback in this, players in this situation, I guess you want to play them as if it is a closer game in an actual game situation. So in an actual close game or another situation, you would have called a timeout to get a play in and get things set.
Okay, here we go. 2 minutes exactly left to go in the fourth quarter. And it's a quarterback keeper, enough for the first down by Brad Parker, the junior quarterback. And the clock continues to run as more substitutions are being made in the Hartford lineup. A minute 40 left now. But a great effort by this Onstead team, even though they were down by a ton late in the third quarter, they hung in there.
Yes, they did. They put in a lot of hours and a lot of time during the summer practicing, and if they were going to lose this game, it wasn't going to be by giving up.
Well, a minute 13 left now. And all new fresh troops coming into the game, as Coach Jim Webb is emptying the bench, letting everybody have a shot at it. Now John Springer, the coach of Onstead, doing the same thing.
I tell you, it looks like these coaches are emptying the bench because a lot of the players out there now look smaller than the ones that started the game.
And some movement on the line. Inexperience showing now with 41 seconds remaining. Offside call against Onstead, a 5-yard walk-off. Now here's the chance for second stringers and second team players to really shine if they can score a touchdown here in the closing minutes, even though their team has a big lead. Here we go with 23 seconds. This may be the final play of the game. Brad Parker gives it off, and it goes down to the 15-yard line, and the clock continues to run, and that's going to do it. The referee is on his way to the locker room. The clock has run out, and the Hartford Indians are the 1993 Class CC football champion.
And they finished their season undefeated as well.
43-14 over Onstead. And now the two teams come out to the middle of the field for the traditional handshake of good sportsmanship. A great effort by Onstead as well. And the two turnovers, the two interceptions, really turned the tide for Onstead and in a way took them out of the game because Hartford came back and made two scoring plays, making it 14-0 off those interceptions.
Exactly. If you take those two miscues and add 14 points to Onstead's score, and you take the 14 away from Hartford, a different ball game, and it would have had to been played differently.
We'll have the trophy presentations for the runners-up, the Onstead Wildcats, and the 1993 Class CC state champions, the Hartford Indians, in just a moment. But what a terrific moment for these 15, 16, 17-year-old young men to win a state championship. And for those seniors, your last crack at it, to win it all. The first ever state championship for Hartford, and it was the first trip to the finals for Onstead. But there, as I look down the roster, quite a few juniors and sophomores on the Onstead roster. So they are a team to be heard from in the future as well.
It's an added advantage for them because those sophomores and juniors know what it takes to get to a title game.
As we go down to the field now, we see Dennis Caniola, principal of Stevensville Lakeshore Junior High School and a member of the MHSAA Representative Council. He will present the runners-up and championship trophy. Dennis Canola out at the 50-yard line, presenting the runners-up trophy to John Springer from Onstead. Has to be a little disappointing holding up the second place trophy. But on the other hand, you made it all the way. And only one other team made it there as well.